Hello, hello, hello. Hi. All right. Need to put water over here. Hi. Let's just go. Let's just start. So we need game. Hi. Hi. Um, we need this. All right. So, after realizing what a stupid mistake we were making, um, yesterday, we're just gonna figure out. I guess we're gonna go to the north point. Maybe we've got this round the wrong way. It's really hard to tell. Because if the north point is the closest point, after realizing that this northwest, whatever, south point had nothing to do with the quarry entrances, which I think is a bit weird, but they're just somewhere randomly out in the world. So, but apparently, so this can't be the northern, even though this is the way the map started, I think. This can't be the way it is, because if we're in the southwest, the northern point can't be the closest point, right? Wherever it is, you'd think the western point or the southern point. So I actually think the map must be like this. So I think what we might do, we've got to keep in mind there might be some upgrades to this slither as well. If we ever drive along here, we need to be keeping our eye out. But let's do west, south, north. Mostly because if we do north, south, west, I feel like that will be... I'm just thinking about petrol. Because it's just a bit of an unknown. Whereas we have a petrol spot here. So we might do the west one first. So I guess we'll drive along here. We'll go accept this task as we're driving, and then we'll just obviously watch as we go, right? So we need to go here, here, and wonder if there's like an upgrade in here. These look exactly all like up in here. It's exactly the kind of sneaky place they would put it. I really hope we don't have to end up driving up here. But all of this area we need to be keeping an eye out. We know there's one in there because we saw it yesterday when we drove past, but all of this could be... They're also a really hot spot. Exactly the kind of place I'd put an upgrade. And all through here too. Maybe even back here. What is the time? It's in the morning. Okay, so it's going to get brighter. We want to see what we're doing. So remembering the high gear on this thing is actually really quite good. Ooh, and we have to start the timer. Is that yellow I can see? Or am I just being really hopeful? I feel like I can see the... Oh yeah, that's definitely... It's either a task. Where would we say that is? Like here? Actually, we'll stop now. And we will... Because we definitely know there's one upgrade. So we probably should go... to the quarry. Just do it quickly now. Check this out. Especially because we can go around. Hopefully we can come out the back here. And then we'll go do the quarry. I wonder if we can get out here. I wonder if it'll let us do this. Nice, nice, nice. So basically, we'll just go straight across. Yeah, I think it was here we saw it. Go straight right. God, I can't believe we saw that. That is crazy. Although we have thought we saw the yellow... okay, yep, okay. Like in Alaska, we thought we saw a yellow and it was just like a weird trick of the light. But this clearly is one. Ooh, for this truck. And the van and the Don 71. Wait, this truck probably needs an engine upgrade too. So now we're just gonna drive out and go off here. We got an upgrade for this truck. Very exciting. We can get out of here. I really want to like this Scout, but it kind of remains to be seen whether it's good or not. Certainly uses petrol very quickly because it doesn't have an engageable diff, which is not ideal, huh? Not ideal. I think we're until such a time that we have an engageable diff, I think we need to be using high gear a lot. So now that this is not scanning the quarry exit points, I am a little concerned that this actually has nothing to do with unlocking the quarry. Because my assumption was, because they're the exit points, they're how you unlock them. But now that that's not the case, I'm not so confident that that's how you do this. But we're going to do it now, because we set up. We bought the truck. And something, something unlocks those quarry points, like those exit points, so... And it's not clear from any of the mission wards that which one it is, so... Who knows? Yeah, I think it's going to like this truck until we get the engageable diff is going to be a lot of switching between auto and high. Auto on like the good roads, high when it gets a bit rough. Because, you know, if we're just bugging along it in high gear at 2 liters a minute, that's pretty good. So we're just following this road now, I think. Then we're kind of going into this quarry and recover out if we have to. We just will, like, just recover out. I really don't think it'll get stuck, but like, consider we need to put an upgrade in this car. We can use recovery, you know, as opposed to having to drive back to the garage. That's the rule. That's what we'd be doing to put this upgrade in, so I wonder what this upgrade is going to be. I wonder how hard it's going to be. It shouldn't be too difficult to get to. Actually, let's stick this in low, so... There's a tractor down here. There's an old chassis. What a quarry, huh? Okay. Not the best. So we got a new engine for the Azovs, the Dan, and the Kolobs. Okay. Wonder if that's... Oh, no. That's not the one we're using, because it would be white. It would say that it's ours. It's fine. Recover. Stick this this bad boy in. It's not the best, right? Obviously, this is probably going to be deeper into Russia. We'll take it. It's better than the C+. This is the Azov 5319. Apparently, he doesn't get that engine. All right, back to continuing to the west point. Yet somehow we're getting further away. We're getting closer to the south port point. So if we were under the assumption that this is west, I don't know whether this compass is like completely broken or what, but alright, I guess we're just... Except the west point's over here then. This really is north. That still doesn't make sense because now we're going north and the south point's getting close. Oh my god, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Honestly, the best way I think to do this is just to, whichever number is going down, we're just going to go to that one first. It kind of looks like that's the south point, so that's where we're going. we're getting this task as we drive past it, wherever it is. Must be nearly at it. Oh, we didn't take the tunnel. Okay. I reckon it's possible to get through here. I reckon it might be. Pick a decent-ish path. No, that's not the way. No, that's not it either. I gotta go around this tree. I see, I see. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna get around that again. This attachment really is pretty fucking bulky, isn't it? At least the road's right there. Oh, at least we found the task. Fuck, how do we get out? I reckon if we can turn this around. We can get out of this gap to the left of us here. No problem. Christ almighty, that was close. How do I cope with all these lost vehicles, you ask? I don't. At my last checkup, I burst a blood pressure monitor. My only hope for you is to find the lost trailer and take it to the sawmill's parking. Okay. Now, accept. All right, all good. Now to continue fruitlessly towards this number. I tell you what, this whole area looks like a real roll hazard. We've got to have our auto winch trigger finger ready. Okay, so we're still a little bit before we get out of here. Just a little bit more concentration required. We're still alright on petrol, considering there. We might have to go back with some petrol, but it should be, it's a pretty easy trip, really. We're still at half a tank, considering what we've done with this half a tank. I'm not panicking yet. This truck does seem very tough though. I will give it that. Done a lot of things that I feel like if you did with another truck, we definitely would have taken damage. You know? I feel like definitely would have rolled too. So we'll give it props for that. Okay, I think we'll go back and quickly refuel. Because, like, this is the refueling for this sector, right? This quarter has the garage. This quarter has this fuel station. This quarter has this fuel station. This is this quarter's fuel station, so should go back, refuel. It won't take us long now that we've got a quote-unquote quality road. drink while we've got it straight. Yeah, this truck, like, despite not being that tall, really dives into, like, ruts very easily, so... Just gotta be careful when we're going around corners. Then again, every time it's happened, we've gotten out of it by just steaming ahead, so... You know, we know a big rut is coming. We probably should try and go around it a bit. The case of knowing the roads a bit better, I think. Driving them. Molded by them. You know how it is. It's just a bit full on, you know? You don't really want to go in there. Okay. Now we're basically back at the sawmill where we were before. We want to just keep following this, looking for the south point. As long as that number keeps going down, we're going the right way. Certainly going down less, so I imagine we'll start going down more as we come around this corner, which means it's in this direction, right? Where even are we? Right, we're up here. So I assume it's like up in here somewhere. We might even be able to accept this task as we drive past, which is pretty nice. Helpful to get. Towers get taller and taller. I now apparently have a pallet of bricks sat under a bridge because the residents accidentally dropped them over the side. Get me those bricks. Alright. Guessing that's not this dude's house, and that's the truck. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it's going to be up here, right? Somewhere. Just got to keep an eye on the number. Try to not roll this truck. Alright, we're now going away. So, it's either left or right of here. Or as we turned away, it got worse. This way. Let's go left first. Decent logic, right? Ah, start seismic vibration. Shit. It does something. So if they're basically the same distance away, right, from here, and this is the south point, that means it must be oriented this way, and then the north and west points must be like pretty much the same distance, like west and north, somewhere like this. What we'll do is we'll swing by, get petrol, I guess we'll follow this road. Got to make it back to the road first. I'm glad that, like, you know, the one thing I have found, you know, I've been loving this game, obviously, but one thing I have found disappointing a little bit is there's all these weird trucks, and all we've really done is haul shit, you know? Like, I kind of wish there was more, just like, general shenanigans, you know what I mean? Wow. Wish we had a crane. Oh. The hardest part of that task is literally just driving a truck out here. Is this where the, Nah, it just looks like it, right? Yeah. This is where the upgrade was. Along here. Just looks like it. Looks suspiciously like it, you know what I mean? Alright, I think we're just going this way. We're just not caring that there's mud here, apparently. We're just driving through in high gear. Fine. It's fine. Yeah, so the west point, obviously we're going towards, and the north point's kind of like, you know, probably going to move around a bit depending on which direction we're going. This is a lot easier to drive through with a real truck as opposed to the Scout, which was, yeah, not the best, huh? But that's always the hardest part about the Scouting, is just like some of the mud is too much for it. Refuel. I kind of feel like we don't really need directions. We're kind of just following the road here. Like, it's not going down as much as when we're looking directly at it, because that was like going about 6. But, you know, when we go in this direction, it's like 4 or so. So it's kind of like straight in this direction. So I reckon it probably is in here somewhere. Be my guess. Makes sense given this is the, like, radioactive area. Thematically. I guess the good thing is, well, I'm literally about to say nothing really worries this truck, but like, God, even it stalling on high gear in that situation really ain't that bad, because you just put it in auto and it's like, whatever, it just takes off again. I'm starting to like this truck a lot. Then again, that's kind of all heavy-duty trucks, right? They're just pretty baller. Chug a lot of petrol. That's the only real problem with them all. They use a lot of petrol. It's not a good choice. Kind of hoping I can like Spidey-Man my way around that corner, and it just attached to the wrong point. So we're following this road. I'm guessing there's no road here because, like, it's an abandoned town due to radioactivity, yada, yada, yada. No one uses this road anymore. Like, okay, I get it. Weird it's not on the map anymore, but I get it. Because they probably took it off the maps because they don't want people going there. Yeah. Makes sense. Government be governmenting, you know? The only problem is I feel like this truck definitely does tip a lot easier than normal. God, an hour. An hour is all we made it. We're getting so much worse at the game somehow. Oh, well, lucky there's a truck nearby, huh? It's exactly why we left it up here. Funny thing is just like, yeah, such a weirdly... like, even as I was going over this, I thought this looked a bit weird, but... come on, really? Right, let's go. Well, we have to restart the timer. Gee, Christ. Yeah, it is what it is. It is that which it is. An hour and 20 minutes. Terrible. Number's still going down. Interesting what happens when we turn this way. Still 5. Yeah, so I reckon it's directly in here somewhere. Where's the wolfy eyes? No wolves though. It's pointing. I reckon it's probably in here. Pretty creepy eyes, huh? I reckon we should have turned up here. I was just hoping we could get out of here, right? That's the exit. Maybe we should try and get out of this. Oh, we're just pulling it towards us. Awesome. Get us out. I reckon, yeah, we've got to go, probably turn left and go this way. Try and stay out of this bog, but... I think a line here that's not gonna... have us roll. That was close. I feel like we need to force ourselves to turn up a little bit. There we go. It's going to be an absolute pain in the ass to get out of here, but... But it's like over here. Oh, wrong way. Ah, okay, we just hit it. So, if this was... They were basically the same direction from here. It means the northern point you would think would be somewhere along this line. Now we just need to get out and get to the fuel station with like a third of a tank. I reckon what we should do is aim for the thinnest point of trees, which I reckon is like about here, and head for the road. Just hope to God we make it. Although I feel like I'm overestimating the distances on a lot of these maps. Like I feel like this map is a lot smaller than I think it is. Which is handy, but... I think that was a way to go. I think this... Yeah, better way to go. Everywhere you go, freeze. Okay. we managed to get out of there somehow. There's some fluke we didn't get stuck at all going through there, which is nice. And we're just... Kind of looks like the road just ends here and we're just free-balling our way in this general direction. Well, it still looks like there's a bit of a road here, right? Slither of a road. I feel like this doesn't use anywhere near as much petrol as like the MK38s do. Maybe it just doesn't have the big powerful engine in it yet that those ones do. Right. Ha! We might have to try this a different way. Cross at a slightly better winch point. But it'll do it. Where are we going now? Petrol station. Like, part of me thinks we should just go straight over here. Right? It's a risk. I feel like if we try and go around, we're definitely going to run out of petrol. This might work. I can't believe that just worked. Well, we haven't got there yet, but like, I can't believe if this works. Unbelievable. And after all that, we were like 500 meters from this place anyway. Where did we say? It was like here, so we think it was somewhere along this parallel. So I reckon if we keep following this road, maybe even up here. It's either going to be in here, I reckon, or up here. Still like remotely going in the right direction, so I guess and let's maybe go down and around. We're kind of going almost perpendicular to it, right? Back a little bit away from it now. Means it's probably straight up here. Okay. Might actually just drive up here. I think at like 20 meters we get inside whatever circle it is, so... $30, $24. Ooh. Oil recon a success. This is exactly what we need. Thank you. We'll send the data onto the fuel company for analysis. Here's your pay. Nice. I think it was Tiger Oil, right? So looking beyond the horizon. Ah. Did we just not read this? Dude, did it not show us this rule? Fuck, we must have missed this somehow. I'm sure we looked at this. How do they expect me to do business here? I can't even talk to the neighboring territories because there's no radio tower. Please, would you take a look at the old tower and see if it can be repaired? Deliver to the radio tower. Which is right up there. And it's metal beam, service parts, cargo container. That can be one delivery because service parts are one each. And they're one each, right? And then cargo container we can go get. But we need a 4-slotter for that. But there's a trailer store here. Okay. So let's recover. Customize. Probably could just do this with a semi-trailer, right? This can do a flatbed. Thing has a lot of shit. Like a lot of add-ons, which is good. Ramped towing platform. That's pretty cool. That's different. Fire tank. Let's just give this a go. I'm pretty sure it looks like there's enough space on there. To put a crane on as well. Just in case the shit falls off, right? Oh, we need low saddle. That would have been close. Imagine if we'd have driven all the way there. Okay. So we need to put accept. As soon as we're here, let's do the cargo container first. Although I think that's only a 2 as well. That's not... I think it's, what are they called? Like, oversized cargo and the drilling parts. That's the 4 slot, so... There's no trailer store here anywhere, right? Along the way. You know what we might do? But we can basically just come back, right? So what we might do is change this to a flatbed. Doesn't look like we can exit out here. Actually, we probably could. We could probably barge our way out, right? I mean, the scout went out here. I don't see why this truck couldn't do it. Is that a trailer we just haven't discovered, or? Yeah, it is. Right? It is. It must be some kind of task. It's not showing up as like a trailer. Ah. Service spare parts. Okay. Alright, so we can do them both now then. And then we can just go get the metal beams. Do that in one trip. Except it doesn't look like it will let us. That is not ideal. I mean, we need to... So if we're going to take... We can take a, like, semi-trailer up here, right? With the cargo and the spare parts. And even if we did take a trailer, we'd still have to bring it back down here to sell it. Which we could swap it out. We can put the flatbed on. Okay, so we're just going to have to redo this again. Low saddle. Just want the normal sideboard semi-trailer. I think given most of this is going to be on roads and there's less off-roading than the previous mission, I feel like this should be alright. It'll be a good little test for this truck to see, you know, what it's made of. Go cargo container first, and then 2 service spare parts. How do we get out of here? Turn left. Alright, I mean, right. Huh? Okay.
I'm gonna leave this board.
All right. We just want to go straight and then here, here, up here. That is the path before us. It's all pretty normal looking roads except for this one bit that's just blocks of concrete. And these aren't particular, like, obviously it doesn't have a very, it's a heavy duty, it doesn't have a very big fuel tank, but this really isn't that big of a run, so I don't think it should be that much of a problem. But who knows? Who knows? I remember looking up here. This is one of the first things I noticed on this map. I was like, I wonder what's up there. Well, we're about to find out, because this looks like some kind of logging trail, right? But having explored the map, I don't think it really is a logging trail, but looks like one. I was expecting this road to be much worse. Okay. Yeah, I think in certain situations it really is lacking a bit of power. We're going to try and go around this rock a little bit. There we go. We got across there without incident, which is pretty good. I wasn't expecting that to go that well. This might be a little different. That's so lucky. Meteor. Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell whether I think this truck flips easily or not, because sometimes it really looks like it does very easily, and sometimes it doesn't. And I'm emotionally confused about this truck. I don't know how I feel. Alright, one metal beam. Well, first, we're going to try and turn this trailer around. We might honestly just go straight down this hill. Like this. Then we'll go back, we'll sell the trailer, and we'll be off in the flatbed. But I think the metal beams are like pretty nearby. Yeah. It'll be much easier to do with the flatbed. Some of these bridges are real dodgy. I'm really skirting by on them. We're doing alright. Probably lucky that this has so many wheels. So many axles. Yeah, we're doing half petrol. We got plenty to spare. I can't imagine the next trip will be much different. Get some good photos. You can. I think a good way to not take so much damage on this road is just to drive and high, you know. It's probably just the speed doing it most of the time. As much as I want to tell myself this road is littered with landmines, probably more just me driving too fast, you know. I guess, if I have to admit it. But also like fuck damage, so let's do it. Crazy, right? Well, we need to go into the garage for fuel anyway, so... That was a bit wild. A little bit wild. And then we can go back to scouting. It's fun. Flatbed. Okay. So we kind of need to keep an eye out. So we'll follow the road. Kind of need to keep an eye out for upgrades between here and here. This is the only sort of gap where the Towers didn't breach. Still, yeah, a lot of upgrades left to get. This truck does look a little weird with a flatbed on it, I'm going to be honest. It looks very odd. Oh, I'm not complaining. It's done a stellar job. So, I mean, other than that one time it rolled, which we're not going to hold against it too much. But it's done a stellar job so far. Doesn't quite have the speed of the MK38, right? That thing on real road, asphalt road, I should say, not real road, asphalt road, can really move. Which is helpful. We know after this bridge is where a lot of the suspension damage happens, so we might take this bit a little bit easier. This is where all the landmines are, right? I thank God we don't have to turn left here and go into the mud again. But it's not that bad, but like... It's nice if we could just follow the asphalt for a little bit longer, you know? So this is where we need to be keeping an eye out, 'cause Jesus. This is all unexplored. There was a road up there. Are those cars off in the distance? Ah, no, it's just a bridge. Okay. Rocks and a bridge. I feel like I would notice an upgrade in here somewhere, right? Is that a car? Ah, no, that's that truck we need to rescue. Okay. Well, it's really only on the left side. We need to be looking for an upgrade. Looks like we're out of the unexplored area. Just keep an eye out then. We'll just continue on with our mission. Alright, metal beams. There is another exit, so we want to be going up here. So we want to be going back out. Here. Here. Following. Another point where we probably want to keep an eye out. So between here and here. I'm going to go left, right. Right. So the third and the fourth one. No. Three. Fourth and the fifth one. Now petrol's looking okay. One. Honestly, I feel like most of the roads in like Michigan were harder than this one, which is really weird. I would have thought it would have been the other way around. Because there's much less muddiness in this map than there is in, like, Michigan. Oh, very strange. Alright, so that's 3. So it's between the next one and the one after that we need to be watching for upgrades. See if we can spot the little yellow lines in amongst the green grass. Probably should be in high for this too. I know this is going to be a little bit of a weird, deep cut to say, right? But I feel like the owl sound in this game is exactly the same as the owl from the Death Cab, from Transatlanticism, the Death Cab for Cutie album. There's one song that has like an owl hooting in it, and that owl sound, I mean, it sounds like an owl, right? It's a bit dumb. Thing. It's the exact same sound because it's just what an owl sounds like. But when I hear that owl, that's all I think of is the Death Cab for Cutie album. It's a bit weird, I know, but here's where we're paying attention, looking for yellow upgrade points. So none of this really looks like a place that they would put it. We're either looking for the yellow like outlines or a derelict car. I can't imagine them putting an upgrade down there like in the river. Can't see any. Here. Let's actually stop and have a little look. Do we see anything? This is exactly where they would put one, right? Even across on the other shore? No. I can't see anything. And all of this is unexplored, so... I mean, all of this is, inside the observation towers, so... Ah, we'll just deliver now, then. So all we got to do is just not roll this truck now. I don't think we will do. I think the biggest issue is really just those bridges. But you never know. These metal beams have some real weight to them, so. I need to go get myself a drink in about 15 minutes. So we'll hopefully be able to get the scout to the next map by then. I think. Could be doable. Yes, yes, it worked. At last, I have a signal. Thank you, my friend. Take this. Gateway now accessible. All right. So we can recover. We did upgrade this, didn't we? Yeah. So where is the closest? Probably this one, right? So this is the most main road, and it's closer to the end petrol station. And we can't tell whether there's garages in any of these places, so I think we just drive. Yeah, we just follow the main road. It's going to take a little while, but it's fine. That's 17 minutes before I need to go get this drink. At least it'll be daytime-ish soon. And it has just a real violent turn on this thing. Almost need to like just constantly concentrate because this thing can just run off the road at any point. I mean, I always should be concentrating, right? But like hyper focus on keeping this thing on the road. At least this is like the easy bit, right? The easy bit. The faster bit, I probably should say. If we've learned anything about the icy roads from Alaska is none of it's the easy bit. Driving on this kind of road provides its own challenge, like staying on it. Kind of wish you could improve the fuel tank on this thing though, you know? But I guess as long as it can get to that petrol station, that's all that really matters. And there's some fuel on top. Some emergency fuel. At least I feel pretty confident this thing's not going to get stuck. Like, it doesn't have the best fuel situation, but I'm fairly confident we're not going to have, like, bog issues, you know? Which is more I could say than... It's more than I could say about the Hummer when we first got it. I think this looks like decent enough road. Well, I feel like this shortcut is good for the Scout. Not necessarily good for trucks. I think it's good for the Scout. Winch our way through it. We got on the pole too. That's good. And we should take off about here. I feel like I've driven this road a couple of times now. I'm starting to sort of, you know, remember it. It's not quite the Michigan and Alaska roads of like knowing where we're going yet, but we'll get there. We will get there. Yeah, 11 minutes. We should make it to the quarry entrance in 11 minutes, I think. Get pretty close. At very least, the gas station. Unless, of course, we do something real dumb, which is always possible. Yeah, I don't know whether it's best to go on the left side of this road or the right, because this all looks a bit grassy, but it's a bit boggy too, but there's also like poles here. We can winch ourselves through a lot of it, you know? Unclear. think the rest of this is all pretty good. We can't go over the top of the mountain like we did last time because we need to go to the petrol station, which we learned the last time we went over it, and we completely skipped the petrol station, so there's that to consider. So as tempting it is to turn right up here and go up the hill, can't. So we don't know how, or we need to be going into the next map with as much petrol as possible, because there might not even be a petrol station. It's called the Quarry, for Christ's sake. Who knows what's there? They're not turning up there. Refuel. All right, let's go. New map. I don't know, I feel like now with this new engine, now I'm starting to get used to the violent steering in this car. I feel like this is a pretty stable car, you know? Like, it doesn't have any real problems, it's not really getting that stuck. It's a little bit bouncy, but I'm enjoying it. As long as we are working around the high gear auto, you know, using it smart where it needs to be used. Doing all right. Now here's the next big obstacle. Not flipping this car in this tiny little ditch we have to go through. Learn from our previous mistakes. Right up here. Still unbelievable that we flipped here. It's so unbelievable in such an innocuous little area that, like, I'm having trouble really... I mean, it's here, but, like... Ridiculous, right? So close to the end. All right, let's go. New map. I mean, this doesn't look great in terms of, like, our ability to get around. Okay, let's have a look here. Okay, all right. Well, if an upgrade is not in this, is not discovered, there really isn't many places it could be. This house. That's just nothing. That dead end. It also kind of looks like where an upgrade could be. And that's about it. This house. Okay. Guess we're just going to follow the road. Actually, I'm going to quickly go get a drink. It's time for me to have a drink. And quickly run some ads so we get rid of the P-roll. But I'll be back here. We'll be back. It's going to take a little break. The ads didn't run, so we have to run now. That's alright. We could just leave them going. Got my drink. Okay. So, 6 watchtowers. Christ, okay. So I guess we'll just, like, work our way up. Back down. And yeah, we gotta... I don't know. I feel like we should try and do most of this in high gear because... I assume there would be a way to get petrol in this map, right? Be weird if there was no petrol points. I don't think there's been a map yet that has had. No, Pedro Bay didn't have any petrol. And Island Lake didn't technically have any petrol, but it had petrol everywhere, so. Okay, so I'm guessing we're gonna have to go around, right? That's the point here. Okay. The other thing we should probably do is we want to mark this. This looks like a big map. Is that an upgrade or a truck? No, just some guy's tractor. Right? I think that's it there. It's at least a building nearby. Yeah, so until we know that there's a source of petrol here, we're basically just going to try and conserve as much as possible. It's slower, but it's the smart thing to do. Really smart. It's the good strategy. I'm hoping there's a turn off here somewhere. Hear a plane. Ah, yeah, okay. Goes up and around. Doing all the tasks in this place is gonna be a fucking nightmare. These roads are absolutely cooked. It's ironic considering all the roads in the first area are quite reasonable, you know? I'm wondering if we should try and skip around these a little bit. Use the trees to our advantage. Seems smart. Alright, we're on our way again. Crisis averted. Okay, so I think this is where... Yeah, I reckon we should just try and go... Not really sure where... Ah, there's a road here. Okay. That seems like a pretty massive waste of petrol, so we're gonna just try and go through these trees. The only problem with this view, like, it's good for getting around, but, like, I'm absolutely, completely unaware of, like, how big my car is in this. Alright. First one done. upgrade locations. Okay, log station. Upgrade. No fuel yet. So, as much as I want to go get this upgrade, I feel like we should keep going. Go around here. Keep working our way through here. That looks like a repair one. That looks like a repair one. Can't see any. Actually, it's probably a good point. Well, that should show us any trailers that... It should show us any trailers that appear here, right? Like this. So if there's any fuel trailers, it should show. Okay. We're just gonna, yeah. Keep this waypoint on. I was gonna put my way through it. Actually, we can, because once we come out, it'll show us where we need to go. So, go here. And work our way to this. Okay, good start. Good start. Oh, the parking brake is on. Of course. Can we not just, like, go across here? I really don't see why not. Given how violently this car can turn, I don't see why. Wouldn't be able to rash our way through here. Like that. Yeah, last time we tried to cross a field like this, it was not a good idea, but... That! So which way do we want to go? Yeah, I can just go around this way. Chickens? I feel like on like really solid roads we should still be using the auto because we probably do go twice as fast. And whenever we are struggling, slap it back into high. Okay, what are we looking at here? Okay, we're just following this road. And we've still got 40 litres in the roof rack. Still got a decent margin of error for finding some fuel. Train line. It's over here. Just a rock. Just a rock. Nice. Another upgrade. This flatbed. Still no petrol. Not good. Little tractors. It's cute. So I think what we'll do... I mean, we're already here now. Just keep following this road until we get to here, and then we'll keep going this way. And hopefully this road, like, turns up somewhere. If there's literally no fuel on this side of the map at all, that's when we're going to start getting into a bit of trouble, I think. But this thing really is covering the terrain very well. Very impressed. Although, maybe the Hummer would be doing just as well. It is nice and compact, though. I don't think the Hummer would have got through all the forests. Like, just before we went through that forest, I don't think the Hummer would have done that anywhere near as well. Probably would still be stuck there. Yeah, we're already here. Yeah, I think I'm really overestimating, like, the size of these maps. The distances look quite big, but they're really not that big. Kind of hoping this curls around, or there's a road going left here, right? That'll do it. Where is it? It's just here somewhere. Apparently this is a road. Go figure. Gee, that's a deep... That is a deep bit of dirt. That owl. Sounds like the end of a Death Cab for Cutie song, you know? So I wonder if it's worth trying to scoot up there. No, that's a massive risk. That's not worth it. Oh, that sucks. Is there a way up here that we just missed? There looks to be a gap over there. Yeah, I reckon we might be able to get up there. Not ideal. I reckon we can make it. It's got a little church. It's cute. Oh, thank God. Alright, fuel station. And that's where the other drowned. Okay, it's another drowned lands. The other one must be. Maybe this is where the radioactive town comes in. Maybe there is actually a exit here. I think I can hear that church in the left ear. All right. To get this petrol, I think we should try and safely get down here. So we just need to follow this road. Go here. Here. We would go this way, but that looks like there's a rock slide here, so we're going to go this way and then back along this road we came. Here. Yeah. Yeah, with... That should be plenty to get to that fuel station. Like, you know, just go back down the way we came. It really can't be that dangerous. We go nice and slow. I think it should be fine. In fact, I reckon what we can do is maybe even just go straight across here to the asphalt road. Could be enough trees to pull our way out of here if we need to. Fantastic. So it means we can just get rid of all of this and we need to turn up here. Ooh, crisis averted. And there's a fuel tanker here for some reason. Okay. I'm guessing we can probably skirt around this rock slide, right? Well, at the very least, we can stop and get the task so we know what we need to clear the way, because it's probably some kind of metal beams or some bullshit. Good to know what we need. And I'm assuming this will probably... road will have a... ends up here, right? But there might be a left off here. Helps to get in the right gear. Right, following road. I've also not seen any exits either to Zimnogorsk or the Rift. Round lands, so they must be in here somewhere. That looks like a nightmare. I'm assuming we're going to have to take a bunch of shit in and out of there, but... Yikes. Doesn't look fun. Another quarry with an upgrade in it? Nah, we would have seen it. Alright, an old communication tower's collapsed and blocked part of the road. Clearing the rubble is going to need some specialized equipment. Can you get it out? That means... God. Reckon we can squeeze through here. Oh, Jesus, that's lucky. So we were really riding on the idea of going around to the side of that. And there was a big tower there, so... Lucky for us. Guessing we're going up here. Hi. You going for a WALK? Nice. Toots. Toodaloos. I reckon this is the road, right? Don't even need to check the map. It's not concerning me that I haven't looked. I'm not worried at all. Yeah. There's a decent amount of observation towers in this map, which is really good. Very nice. Big fan. Gorsk. Okay, so that's that. I wonder where the other drowned lands exit is. Pretty odd. All right, well, we may as well come back. Go get that. I reckon we'll come back and get this down here. Oh, this doesn't lead us anywhere. Fuck. Go down here to this road. Get this upgrade. And we'll continue on our way. No other upgrades up here, right? Just these two. Well, other than the one we've already, going to get. It's like, can we just YOLO down these rocks? I really don't think. Probably go down here. Yeah, for whatever reason, this map's like off-road terrain is much easier to drive through than like Michigan's was, and certainly Alaska's was, right? Would never have dreamed of doing this in Michigan. Certainly not in a Scout, anyway. Tuned custom. Ooh, available for this truck. That's the pension. Awesome. Okay. Cheers. Cheers, big ears. So we're just going straight ahead. Okay. I mean, this looks a lot like a road, but I don't think it is. We probably shouldn't be autoing through this area. Maybe just let's high gear it. Let's tone it down a little bit in high gear. So I reckon this house is more like, this is suspiciously absent from like both of these towers. So this is one of the few places we're actually gonna have to check on this map. Maybe this bog, and like this road up here we'll have to drive through, and like maybe this house. But it's, in terms of making sure we've checked everywhere on this map, it's going to be a lot easier than normal. I, for one, welcome our observatory overlords, you know? Bring it on. Where is this truck? Ah. What are you doing here? Okay. Just chilling out in the forest. Fair enough. I get it, you know? I get it. Be interesting what this tuned custom looked like too. And we could put the bigger wheels on it, so you know, have even better grip. Ah, yes, we're going this way for the upgrade. Got it. And now we know there's petrol here, right? We can... Don't have to feel so bad. Don't have to worry about having to come from, like, a different map again. Alright, I think we just plow straight ahead here, right? Yeah. Might be a fair bit of winching our way through this, but... get there. New engine for the Step and the Zix. Sick. I'm not a fan of that mosquito sound. I do not like it. It stresses me out. We're just going to get back out on the road, and then I think we've got 2 more watchtowers. We should be able to do with the fuel we have left, and then I guess we'll try and refuel again somewhere, and then on to Zimnogorsk. Zebra horse. Drive in here to see what's going on, but kind of looks like we just followed this road. Maybe there'll be a fuel trailer in here. Scout fuel trailer? Nice. I don't really know what... I assume this is some kind of warehouse or something, alright? Gooseneck semi-trailer? Out the back. Ooh, trailer store. Nice. I think we're just following this road. The road's not that good. This road kind of looks like it's heading up there, right? Well, at least this road does. Right. Right. We're probably not going to drive our bouncy scout up there, but certainly go around it. Trailer, or is that someone's house? Someone's house. Alright. Yep, that we knew. Why on a small scout a flatbed? Wait, we definitely refueled from that though, right? It's weird it's not showing up. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Another entrance to Zimgorsk. Alright, and that looks like this is the last one. And then we'll pick up these 2 upgrades. That'll be it. On to the next area. So I'm assuming the rift exit must be in here somewhere. All that's left. Is that? Yeah. The rift. We've been everywhere else. That's not an exit. It's nowhere, it doesn't go anywhere. That loops in on itself. Could be out here. Yeah, that's definitely it. And it's covered by trash. Okay. Do Zimnogorsk next, seeing as it's like right here. And then when we come out the other... Because we're going to have to come back this way because Zimnogorsk doesn't go to the rift. So we're going to have to come out that way and then we can refuel. But it also looks like we're going to have to take some shit there to clear the way anyway, so... We're just following this road. Following our nose. Pretty sure I'm like squishing some kind of mushroom all the time. Certainly looks like we're squishing something. Must be, yeah. Getting pretty close. All these watch towers really nice and relaxed to get, which is good. That's all we really want. Woo. 2 maps down. Shipwreck and a fuel carrier. That is just literally in the middle of nowhere. What a weird map. Metal beams, okay. I guess maybe this is like more of a connector map to the other 3, right? There's not so much stuff here. It's just more of a map you have to go through to get to other maps. Okay, I think what we should do here is drive around. Come in this direction, the upgrade. Then come back out. Get that one. Come around. Refuel. We might even drag this trailer out onto the road. Get this task. And then we'll refuel and come up here. Yeah, but this little this car's killing it so far. I didn't love it to begin with, but probably because I thought it was just a bit gutless, but that makes sense because it had like a C-grade power to weight ratio engine in it, which like does make sense. That it was quite gutless, right? I reckon we can scout at least one more whole map in the time we have left. An hour 15. I wonder if I'm overthinking this. I always think this is these directions are at least way further than they are. Although, yeah, coming in this way probably, even if it is not that far. Weird little spot. Still going to make it a lot easier than going through all of those trees. Like, yeah, the violent steering on this car took me a little while to get used to, but now that I've got it, I kind of like it because it allows you to, like, make really, really quick, fast changes to, like, you know, the terrain. If the terrain suddenly throws something at you, it's a lot easier to deal with and react. Laz 8 290 T290 for the Boron Taiga Boron. Okay. I don't know what's going on here, but being a bit ridiculous. Ah. Release the winch. This isn't the best angle, is it? That wasn't the way. Looks more like it. Not sure what happened there, but didn't exactly come out where we thought we would, but it'll do. It'll do, mate. Alright, let's not just drive out there where there's no trees. How should we do this? I reckon we should come around. Yeah, we're going out here anyway. We should probably come around. Smooth. Tune custom for the Don 71. These are just, I feel like it's just a bunch of trucks. I have no idea what they're talking about. So at least in Alaska, there was a bunch of trucks, but it was like, you know, twin steers and a bunch of names I recognize. These are just a bunch of Russian names. I have no idea what they are. The Don, of course. Ah, yes, the Don. We're just trying to get out of this muddy bit, right? Then we're back on the road. Yeah, good thing is the out petrol trailer here too. So not low, but like refueling is probably definitely a good idea. In fact, we will see if we pulling this trailer along with us is a justifiable decision. Because it's kind of doing nothing all the way out here, right? Even if we can pull it to like here somewhere or here, that would be a better place to leave it than. Because like once we do this mission, it kind of looks like all of this is just dead area. So if we can even pull it to here, that would be ideal. So we'll try. Thing does quite well. Not really struggling getting over the terrain, so see how whether it's capable of pulling something too. Although, given there's a shipwreck and there was a mission in Michigan, where you had to collect cargo containers from a shipwreck, it is possible we'll need to have to drive out here again, but a dead area might not be like completely correct. But essentially, there's no missions or buildings or anything out here. We probably just have to come here and pick up some oversized cargo for something. know, getting this trailer out of here looks like it could be fun. The second, like, weird little trailer house, too. I've seen. Alright, so let's go down, check out this task. Considering how stuck we got in that tiny bit of sand before, might not be the funnest. Ah, it's just cargo management. It's not even a task. It's just where you get oversight. Okay. That's cargo. Right, so we're going to have to come here for the one thing. Otherwise, you don't really need fuel down here. Get ourselves out of this sand. Some real mud, huh? You're probably gonna carry this out. But otherwise, we're gonna have to. Yeah. So, would you ever send a truck in here, like? I almost feel like we should go get some kind of fuel. I mean, there's a trailer still here. And we'll just leave fuel trailer like here. Just for all the traffic that's going to be coming in and out anyway, right? Now, if we leave the scout one here and a big one here, that should cover pretty much all of this area. Okay, let's try and get this fucking trailer out. What we got to get to is that line of trees over there, and it will be a little bit easier. I wonder if the lower you go, the lower the use is. No, they both seem to be about to. Wonder if the idea, clearly you're not supposed to go through that, right? You're supposed to try and go through this little gap here with the oversized cargo. I mean, not obviously not with the scout. Probably drown in that, but I think once we get this back onto the main road, it should be. And it means it doesn't really matter about fuel, right? Because we can just refuel it right before we get into the next area. Well, that is a good point. Oh, no, we did work it out. The rift is on. Yep. Never mind. If I'd have figured that out earlier, it means we probably could have gone and looked at what we needed to do it first, but it's fine. Where do we think this is going to start getting better? Hopefully somewhere, hopefully somewhere up here. I think we got movement now. I'm pretty sure it's just following this road all the way to the tunnel. Might be a little bit more hectic with the trailer on the back, but it's right. Ah, no, we do need to take a left. Okay. Well, we need to go up here. All right. Now we're following our nose. It seems to be doing just fine with the trailer too. Doesn't look to be any real issues other than driving into ditches, which is like pretty standard operating. Must be getting pretty close. I think. Maybe. I have real issues like estimating the walking distance in this game. Like, pretty consistently wrong. Which is weird. Okay, so we've still got a fair bit to go. With an hour left, we should be able to get out pretty much all of the next map, I would think. The Rift is its own thing with whatever it is we need to do to unclog it up. in all that. Oh, hi, mate. Oh, you back from your walk in your little jacket? Huh? Archie. Hey, Archie. Got his little puffer jacket on, and he's off. Yeah. Okay. And let's go around that pit-looking thing. Trailer's going mad back there. Having a great old time. Now we must be getting close, right? Ah, I was like, I wonder why that randomly showed up the petrol colors. Because we just hit 50%. It must do it at like 50, 25, and like 10. Nah, surely not 10. Because that'd be like 6 liters. That would be way too late. Must be like 50, 25. I mean, this is where we're leaving this trailer, right? Yeah. Maybe let's try and get this off the road a bit. Leave it right here. Alright, on to Zimnogorsk. And hopefully this has a garage so we can put the suspension on this car. Would be pretty nice. Oh look, it's the car. Hi. What's going on? Okay. Another area very, very much covered by pretty much all towers. There's only going to be a couple of areas where it's not covered. So you'd think we'd get all the upgrades here. Alright, looks like this is our first spot. Hopefully we can cover ground just as easily here as we could everywhere else. Although the quarry is definitely a lot harder than the drowned lands. Yeah, we probably should be a little bit more careful with our petrol now that we don't have a scapegoat or a source of petrol. Oh, looks like a big area. Is it a train or just traction? Train. Which I'm assuming is providing some traction. Is that a jail? It's like a jail. Oh, it's like legitimately a town. Okay. Well, we got a trailer garage, right? So we can get fuel out of here if we need. Sideboard trailer. So I guess we'll stop off in here, get that. Bridge recovery. Okay, so we're going to have to pull our way across this river. So we'll just get all of this stuff, get the upgrade, and then we'll go towards this. So we need to turn around. I want to try and make for this gap. I'd say this looked like a train line, but it really also doesn't look like one. In fact, I don't think it is. Green, grab that. The renovation of the Zimnogorsk pier was going beautifully until a shipment of essential equipment was lost in transit. Please find this equipment and deliver it to the pier. Let me guess, it's at a shipwreck at the quarry. Oh. Okay. It's just consumables. Okay. Just being a smartass for no reason. Sure. I mean, you can't blame me though. That lines up perfectly, right? We need to discover this trailer. Got nothing in it anyway, but okay. Deliver some materials from quarry that will let us recover bridge in Zimnogorsk. We need 2 concrete slabs. We're going to try and cross here where there are trees on the other side. Should be just down. Yeah. Really? So here it is. Can we get far enough to reach those trees? Yeah, that's helping. That's helping. What we really need is far off, are we? Oh, that's so close. Far out. Telling me it really can't reach. We will prevail. Just true grit. Bit of water damage. Whatever. Alright, where are we going? We're going to get this. We're going left. We've already got that. I have a straightforward assignment for you, my friend. Take a shipment of metal from factory to warehouse. What do you say? Sure. Then we'll go get this upgrade. Yeah. Here. Here. Yeah. I think if we just follow this road, it should take us in the right direction. What do we get from here? Metal beam. Okay. Door. I think we're going out the back of this building. See goddamn thing. Azov. Assuming for an Azov. Yep. Oh, and a Voron Grad, apparently. Cool. Take that. Trying to make it to this road here. And then we're just following this muddy road. By the looks of it. Jesus. Probably should have refueled before we left the trailer store too, but... I think we should be okay. I mean, that'll show up in here, right? So we want to go bright. Be your baba. Russian. I really thought this would be faster by this point. There we go. That's what we're talking about. We were talking about it. What do we think? We just keep following this road. Okay. I get up on some grass here. Looking better. Looking like better road. We went under 3 somehow. God, yeah. So glad we can go cross country a lot easier. What? $20. We've only got one more tower to do. It's pretty good. All right. Right back. And another scout. The Tuzforteni Tartarin. I've heard of that. I know that name. Doesn't look like there's any petrol trailers around though, which is a tad disappointing. So maybe what we'll do, and this is the only way in and out, right? What we'll do is go get that upgrade, get this upgrade, take the road. We'll go get this upgrade, get that upgrade. Go get this car and take the road back. I mean, if we're going to do that, we might as well just go all the way here, right? Yeah. Just going to have to backtrack a little bit. It's really not that far. It's only like down where that bridge was, which really isn't far at all. I'm getting a little low on fuel. Like, yeah, taking the grassy paths here is a smart idea. Trying to stay off these roads as much as possible. I mean, some of them are like pretty good roads, but some of them are not. So where are we going here? What do we want to go like? That. Couldn't have done that any worse if I wanted to. Terrible. But yeah, like this is pretty free roaming, right? Like this is not the bit we're gonna have the problem with. raised for the step. Okay. Very cool. X. We kind of just tell where to go to get back to the road. We very well could have engine problems soon if we keep running into shit like that. So we just want to keep following this road. Trying to stay in the grassy bits as much as possible. And if we really do get that truck up there, which is weird because we've found one of one vehicle, so maybe we just have to... No, that's not right, because we found two vehicles. I don't know what that 1 out of 1 is about. But yeah, if it has petrol in it, you can steal that. As long as we can get across here, we should be able to get up there pretty easily. And we might as well just do the fuel now, right? Doesn't really matter which fuel tank it's in. See if we can spot any fuel around here. Doesn't really look like it. Just more movable workers' huts. Is what I'm assuming these are. Raised for the Tiger. I think we're just like literally going way up bush here. It's like maybe aim to go along these trees. 47 litres, and we've got to get back to the trailer store. It's going to be tight. It's going to be very tight. Okay. Yeah, it's just up there, right? So it shouldn't take us too long to do either. Still seems fairly clear. We're not really going to get stuck on any trees. We're not even at like 50% engine damage yet, so it's fine. Jesus. We found a literal tank. What the fuck is this? Oh, what's the... It's got 28 liters. Okay. We're probably just going to steal that because we're just going to recover this anyway, right? Okay. So we need to go back down here. Work out to this road and to the watchtower. That's Zimnogorsk done. Just some tank in the wilderness. All right then. Alrighty then. Alright. Now to not rush down this hill too fast and flip this car. You'll be alright. I'm actually, yeah, I'm getting super confident about this car. I like it. It's not too high. Like the Scout 800 is too high, so it just tips too easily. The Hummer's just a little too big, you know? Is this all being explored? Oh, no, but it will be explored. Okay, that's fine. So anything in here, it's like there could be shit hidden in here, but it's all going to be uncovered anyway, so it's fine. A lot of grassy bits here. Don't love that. We are just following this road, okay. When you're still attached somehow, of course. Somehow, like, it's not completely my fault. But, yeah. Jesus. we actually even cross this? I mean, we have to, right? Maybe we should try and cross a little bit more over here. And the trees, we can attach to these trees so we don't float away. I don't know why I'm bothering putting the parking brake on. Alright, that should get us close enough to that tree. And we're out. I know we're following this road, but I'm assuming it's up here. Yep, okay. We might just go straight across here. We have to be really up there in the upgrades. I feel like we've gotten a lot. We've only got one more area. All along the way. Oh, yeah, because we... Unless there's... What is that? Because we've got a whole nother area left, right? Unless there's no watchtowers in the rift, which I find that very hard to believe. I mean, it's possible, I guess, right? Gateway to Quarry. Oh, there was two Zimnogorsk. Yeah, okay. Alright. This is a pretty small map, which is good, right? So we got both of those. We got all of these tasks. What we should do, I reckon, is get this, this. Get both of these tasks, and then we'll go out here. And hopefully have enough fuel to get to the petrol station. Okay, so basically just follow our nose to that one. Starters. Come on. Just an upgrade for a truck, I don't know. For the Voron, Taiga. These Voron look like they're going to be pretty kitted out. I am noticing their name a lot on these upgrades. Okay, so we want to make our way to here. Follow the road to about... Yeah, and then... blow up. Try and stay on the grass, shall we? And it's in here. I mean, 40 liters in the roof rack is still a fair bit, right? Like, KZGT8 530T for the everything. A lot. Kolobs, Dan, Azovs. Nice. So we just need to go back. Abandoned car. Actually, you know what? We probably don't need that. That seems a little out of the way. Although we are coming. Yeah. Let's do it. Come on. Come on. It's really not that far. Are we going to have an engine left by the end of this? Estimates say no. Especially if we just keep to the grass. The grass seems to be a great strategy here. That's another mate. Drunken local decided to go for a drive into the wilderness. He claims that he was abducted by aliens, experimented on, and then returned to his bed. He'd be grateful if you could find his car. Sure. Alright, so we're just following this road back out. Getting these two and then turning around. So basically just staying on the grass as much as possible while following this road. Although there isn't 40 liters in this roof rack, it's only like 29 or something. Maybe we should throw it in now. The other way, of course. I think the this exit as well takes us out like way in the north, which actually puts us pretty close to the petrol station. Which actually really could be quite helpful. I've gone absolutely rogue here. Ah, okay, good. The road's still there. Good. We're almost here. Despite going rogue, it's worked out quite well for us. What is going on here? Stuck on some kind of branch. So instead of going through that, I might try going across country a little bit. That is the way we're supposed to be going. All right. Seems an American crowdfunding project has raised the money to make a documentary at Zimnogorsk. What is the world coming to? The cameraman wants to come get some shots in the back. Can you get him up there? Sure. Seems a very resourced person. There's an abandoned truck in the North Swamp that has been for some time. Maybe you can fix it and find a use for it. Oh, it's a step. Got some upgrades for that too. 1 out of 1 truck. Craziness. That's this one, right? Okay. Everything else here looks like it's done. So unless there's some rando upgrade in here, I guess it's possible. I feel like we probably got all the ones on this map. Although, there is a bit down here too. Could be hidden in here or in here. Okay. We out of here. 13 minutes. I reckon we can get to the petrol station and the thing, the rift entrance. Figure out what we need to open it tomorrow. Yeah, other than... Oh, and we can fit through this gap. So I reckon we can get to that fuel station with the petrol we have. Rock. Okay. Good day to you. We've got a truck that was headed for the old town to the west before it went off the road and ran into a tree. It needs to be repaired and delivered to the service hub. Can you take care of it? Sure, man. Can do. That is a wet bit of road. Let's go up here. Then we'll slide through this gap. Nice and slowly. Uh-oh. Not even 4 hours. Jesus. No problem. I think it's just up this hill and around the corner. 17 liters left. Perfectly balanced. Whew. Okay. Now we'll just go out and around and see what they want. Ah, okay. Oh, to the drowned lands. Fuck. Okay. Oh, it's from the quarry. Ah, oh, right, yep. Wait, this is the quarry. Right? Yeah. I am confused. It's up like along there. Unless it's in here. It's in Gorsk. Ground lands. Yeah, like unless it's using the railway line. I mean, I guess it could be. That uses the railway line. Maybe it is here. Although I would have thought that that would have uncovered it, right? Okay, well, I don't really know what to do. Maybe this unlocks it eventually. Blink. Warehouse access. Doesn't say it, does it? Warehouse, trailer store, truck repair, garage access. Zimnogorsk. Okay. That's nice. None of these really look like. Okay. I don't know. I feel like I'm being really dumb, but also I'm not. Okay. Anywho, it seems like a good place to stop. We've only got 6 minutes left and we're here now, so we're just going to stop. But I should be back tomorrow. We'll try and figure out how to get to the rift, but if not, we'll just keep working on the main missions until it just appears, I guess. But thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate it as always. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.